Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to cut right through all the AI hype. We're going to break down 4 really powerful types of AI that are already reshaping our world. From predicting what's next to actually acting on it.
So let's just start with a quick question here. Because when most of us hear AI, a few very specific and, let's be honest, very popular examples probably pop right into our heads. For a lot of people, it's all about chatbots like ChatGPT, or maybe the idea of automation and robots. But that is just scratching the surface. The reality is that AI is this vast, kind of glowing ecosystem of tools that are fundamentally changing how businesses get anything done.
So to really get a handle on these different types, we've got to get on the same page. Let's lock in a clear, simple definition for what AI actually is at its heart. Okay, so at its core, artificial intelligence is really about creating machines that can simulate the way we humans think. We're talking about the ability to learn from data, to reason through complex problems, and ultimately to make decisions. This is the engine behind everything we're about to talk about.
All right, let's dive in. We're going to look at AI not as just one big thing, but as an evolutionary journey, a journey through 4 distinct and increasingly powerful capabilities, where each one kind of builds on the one before it.
And our journey begins right here. It starts with a basic but incredibly powerful ability to see into the future by looking at the past. This is really the foundation of any data-driven strategy, and you'd be surprised how common it already is. So think of predictive AI as your own personal, superpowered analyst. It can sift through absolute mountains of historical data, sales figures, machine readings, user behavior, to find the patterns and forecast what's most likely to happen next. And that's the key question right there. Predictive AI is all about answering, based on everything we already know, what's probably going to happen. It's all about replacing a gut feeling with some actual data-backed foresight. And we see this all over the place in business. As you can see, it's the engine behind sales forecasting. It's that early warning system that tells you a piece of factory equipment might fail. And it's the digital security guard that flags a sketchy credit card transaction before it even goes through. Okay, so let's move on to the next stage and see how this builds on just predicting things. Because, it's one thing to know what the future holds, it's another thing entirely to know how to make it better. Prescriptive AI is basically a strategic advisor. It takes the forecast from our predictive AI and then recommends the best course of action to get the outcome you want, or, avoid a bad one. See how it moves the conversation forward? We go from what will happen to answering that critical operational question. All right, so what should we do about it? This is where insight starts to become a real concrete suggestion. In the real world, this is like having a brilliant consultant who works at machine speed. It might suggest the absolute perfect way to spend your marketing budget based on sales predictions. Or in IT, it can automatically suggest the right fix for a network problem it just saw coming. It's about making the best possible call every single time. And now we get to the type of AI that has completely captured everyone's imagination lately. This is where the machine stops just analyzing things and actually starts to become a creator. So unlike the other types that just interpret data that's already there, generative AI makes something totally new, something original. It can write an email for you, design an image, spit out a block of code, or even generate a video just from a simple text prompt. It actually adds new things to the world. Its main job is super simple to remember. It's all about creation. And the big deal here is, well, it's huge. It's making creativity and content production available to everyone on a scale we've just never seen before. And yeah, these are the household names you already know. Things like ChatGPT, those cool AI image tools, and coding assistants. They're all perfect examples of AI moving from just analyzing stuff to actually creating it. And that's exactly why this category has blown up. This brings us to the end of the journey, where intelligence finally gets autonomy. This is the moment AI goes from being a tool that you use to a partner that acts for you. Agentic AI, or what people call AI agents, takes all those other capabilities, predicting, recommending, creating, and it smashes them together with the ability to take independent action to get something done. The main idea here is delegation, but on a whole new level. You don't just ask it a question or tell it to create a thing. You give it a complex, multi-step goal, and it just handles the whole workflow itself. So what does that actually look like? Well, imagine an AI agent that doesn't just figure out a customer's IT problem. It independently runs diagnostics, finds the solution, applies the fix, and closes the support ticket. Boom. The customer's happy, and your team is now free to tackle the really tough problems. That's the power of Agentic AI. It's about delegating the entire outcome, not just a bunch of little tasks.
So, when we put all four of these types together, you don't just see four separate things. You see a really clear and powerful evolutionary path. It's like a continuous loop that flows from pure insight all the way to autonomous action. And this really illustrates the full journey perfectly. AI starts by predicting an outcome. Then it recommends an action. Then it can create whatever content is needed for that action. And finally, it can actually act on its own to see the task through from beginning to end.
So, knowing the difference here isn't just for fun. It's absolutely crucial for navigating the world we live in now. Understanding this evolution helps you see not just what AI is today, but where it's headed and how you can tap into each stage of its power. And this leaves us with one final and pretty fascinating thought. We've seen the loop from prediction to action. But what happens when an agentic AI's actions become the new data for the predictive AI to learn from? The whole loop just starts over. Only this time, it's faster, it's more informed, it's more intelligent. The system is constantly learning from its own results. And that is a powerful idea to think about.